Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, this is not financial advice, my own opinion and estimates. My estimates could be completely wrong. Don't trust, always verify, understand the numbers, be aware of scammers, and you know the best how to invest your money. Please be aware that I'm invested in these companies here. Today I want to talk about Core Scientific. I'm not invested right now, but yeah, a very interesting company, and I want to dive a little bit deeper today. So, right now they're not traded on a stock exchange, but there's this company, the SPAC company XPDI, Power and Digital Infrastructure Acquisition Corporation here, and they will merge with Core Scientific, expected in Q4, to build one of the biggest or the biggest mining companies in North America. It's XPDI, the ticker, it's $10 and it's traded on NASDAQ right now. Okay, let's get into detail here. The crypto miner Core Scientific to go public via 4.3 billion SPAC deal. So that was announced end of July, so 2 months ago. The deal with XPDI will fetch 300 million in cash proceeds, but the companies did not disclose a private investment in public equity pipe round that typically accompanies blank check mergers. Core Scientific said it had mined 928 bitcoins in the second quarter and forecast 493 million and 1.1 billion for fiscal 2021 and 2022. So first of all, 928 bitcoins in one quarter is a lot, especially in Q2, because most of the time in Q2 the difficulty in the hash rate was still high there. I think Bitfarms mined 759, so Core Scientific has more hash rate online at that time than Bitfarms, so I expect Core Scientific right now at 2 exahash approximately self-mining. And they're forecasting a huge revenue. This could not only be from this is not only from self-mining, but also big hosting. I was seeing till now Core Scientific as a big hosting company, but they also have one of the biggest self-mining operations. And they're forecasting incredible revenue here for 2021 and 2022. I mean, we don't know where Bitcoin is in 2022, but I think it could be a lot higher if Bitcoin explodes to 100 or 200,000. Okay, so I think they have a very good presentation here. So it looks like a very professional company here, in my opinion. This is from July, and I will go through this one now. So the transaction implies a pro forma enterprise value of 4.3 billion. We already had this significant discount to publicly traded comparable companies. So we will talk about this later. Of net proceeds, 310 million. Existing Core Scientific shareholders rolling 100% of their equity and 100% of proceeds to fund growth. So they want to grow. So this is the team here with the CEO and so on. I don't know these guys, but it looks very solid to me. The strategy is blockchain and infrastructure hosting, digital asset mining. I think that's where they want to grow big here. And blockchain technology development, pioneering innovative financial products and services through blockchain technology and DeFi. So they're also doing software. I saw a lot of, they hired a lot of software engineers. I saw this 6 months ago or so, so I was wondering why, but I think that's the reason here. So, this is all text that it doesn't count here. They say the crypto market is very big, and here they quoting BlackRock, Fidelity, MicroStrategy, that it has huge growth. So now it gets more interesting here. So first we talk about the megawatts, so the installed electricity capacity there, or power infrastructure. So as I'm aware of, they have right now approximately 300 megawatts of infrastructure, so huge one. And at the end of the year, they want to have 512 megawatts. So that would be the lead here. The hosting is this one here, so approximately 200 or so megawatts hosting. And yeah, the rest one, it could be self-mining. When we compare it to the other miners, we know that Riot has right now 300 with 200 megawatts of hosting, and yeah, they're going to 700 megawatts, but it's going to take them next year to complete this facility, I think. Hut 8, yeah, they're talking about 200 megawatts. Not sure about Greenwich right now. Marathon, yeah, I mean, they want to have 13.3 exahash online next year, mid next year, so they need approximately 300 or 400 megawatts. Cypher mining, yeah, I think they're talking more about the long-term targets of 745 megawatts until 2025. Yeah. Okay, so the next category here is BTC mined and self-mining. So Core Scientific, biggest hoster, and also, yeah, the biggest self-miner here, it looks like. I mean, Bitfarms is missing here, to be honest, but I don't think that Bitfarms mined more. I have to compare this. Yeah, they mined 1,683. So yeah, I think they had an average hash rate of approximately 1.5 exahash or so. Maybe they're now at 2 or even more. So they mined a lot of Bitcoins in the first half of the year. And their hash rate target is incredible for end of 2022. They want to have 31 exahash. The half of it should be self-mining and the rest is hosting. So, I mean, the hosting is very stable and it's a lot better to forecast revenue and earnings and so on with hosting. And it gives you, in bad times, for example, in a bear market, it gives you a stable income. And the other half is self-mining. And I think this 50-50 approach, I think a lot of companies will go there. Maybe Riot too, not sure about it. What they are gonna do with the 700 megawatts, but I think it makes a whole lot of sense. To also have some hosting right now because we don't know where this is going. But for me, the most important thing is self-mining, and it looks like Core Scientific wants to have a lot of self-mining too. Yeah, when we compare it to Cypher mining, they right now have no hash rate online, as I'm aware of. They want to be at 14.8, so the same amount here in self-mining. And so on, we have the others here. Direct self-mining margins, so they say they have 91% in gross mining margin, so that's incredible. It seems like they have very low cost electricity there. I mean, with 91%, first of all, they need the most efficient miners, the Bitmain S19, I think, and they need electricity prices below 3 cents or so. Yes, that's huge. So on all these categories here, big. I don't know why they have not Bitfarms included here. I don't think this is fair. Scaling the business and delivering results. So for this year, they're estimating 493 in revenue. That was when the presentation was made. That was with a Bitcoin price of $30,000 because it was in July and we had this bearish thing. Since then, Bitcoin increased now to 45,000. So I think it could be higher. And yeah, the hash rate, they want to have the hash rate at 11 exahash at the end of the year. I think that a big part or a part of this is hosting. So I don't know the relation of self-mining and hosting, but it's going to be big anyway here. Infrastructure, 512. You can see here, end of 2020, they already had 230 megawatts. So I think they can do it. And they also have a lot of blockchain and infrastructure patents. So, in the last 2 years, they used the bear market to make these patents here. They have this diversified business model where all these other mining companies are talking about. For example, Hut 8, they also want to grow their hosting business. But Core Scientific already has it. It's vertically integrated. They vertically integrated operations at scale, largest North American miner here, strategic partnership with Bitmain, 71 patents, and proprietary fleet management and software. So they're also very good in operating these machines. because when you're a big hoster, yeah, the clients, they come to you when you're doing a good job there. Okay, so here again, the infrastructure, a key factor for success. What we need is infrastructure, cheap electricity, and a lot of miners to be successful. What's also getting more and more important is ESG, so that cannot miss here. So Core Scientific has now 4 big facilities, I think, all in the US. Yeah, they have also this container solution here. I think this park here alone is 150 megawatts or so, or will increase to them. So estimated mix of power from carbon-free sources in 2021. So I think that maybe was from the grid here. It's 56% in carbon-free. So this could be also nuclear. Yeah, this hydro, wind, solar, nuclear. And yeah, the rest of it, they will buy these energy certificates to make it green. I think that's the only way to go 100% green. Yeah, because the grid is not 100% green, you know. So they're talking about a lot of efficiency here, carbon neutrality here, the revenue, as I said, from 2021 to 2022, big estimated increase here. Of course, this is dependent on the Bitcoin price. What's interesting, they're calculating with 240 exahash, as I'm aware of, end of 2022. I think this is a low number, but they're also calculating with 30,000 Bitcoin price, which is also a low number. Yeah, I mean, if Bitcoin takes off, I mean, this revenue could be very big. Also, the adjusted EBITDA, also they are estimating a big increase here to 500 million. Big growth. That's also interesting. The electricity capacity, they want to have 1 gigawatt end of 2022, which is also a huge number. I mean, that would mean in 1 year, if you run 1 gigawatt for these 8,760 hours 1 year has, you're gonna have 8.7 terawatt hours, and yeah, that's a huge number. This is really big. You can power a mega city with this, or even more. Okay, so mining machines, that's also a big number here. So 133,000 Bitmain, I think Antminer as 19s, most of this. They want to have online at the end of this year, so that's approximately these 11 exahash they were talking about. The bigger part is self-mining, so I mean, they could be at the end if this here comes true. I think, yeah, Bitmain has a lot of delay, so it's maybe Q1 2022 or so. But with 74,000 miners, if the bigger part here is the S19s here, I mean, that could be 6-7 exahash online, which I think could be more than Mara or Riot at the end of this year. Also very interesting, and a big goal here for end of next year, 329,000 machines. Yeah, that's how they want to go to the 31 exahash they're talking about here. 31, incredible. Yeah, you can see it here. So self-mining at 6 exahash they want to be at the end of this year. Yeah, we know there are delays, so let's say 4 or 5, but that's also huge and with a big growth plan. Yeah, they say the self-mine break-even Bitcoin price is 2.7 thousand here. It reflects cost of power per Bitcoin mined and difficulty of 3.5 cents per kilowatt hour. Yeah, so that's approximately the price. Okay, I mean, the hash rate was very low at that time here at 106 exahash. So, I mean, the difficulty could be also very low. Yeah, but let's make it 4,000 or 5,000. That's also very cheap. And for the hosted client, break even Bitcoin price. So here you can approximately calculate the margin they have on the hosting clients from electricity to the costs here. So I think it's approximately 40% here, the difference. But yeah, I mean, you also have to do maintenance with the clients and so on. So I think they're hosting at 5.5 to 6 US dollar cents. Yeah, that's very interesting. Okay, so yeah, Darren Feinstein here, he's on YouTube, he's on all these panels and so on. So this is really the face right now from this company, as I'm aware of. I've seen him also in the mining council there. So he's the front guy, he's the co-founder and co-chairman and so on. Yeah, and the other guys, they have to work, I think. Okay, so yeah, so that was the presentation. In my opinion, a very good presentation, a lot of details, a lot of forecasts. And yeah, I mean, if you have 31 exahash and you have one gigawatt of power at 4 cents, yeah, this is just a mind game. I mean, until the end of next year, a lot of things can happen. But yeah, in a month, that would be a revenue of close to 300 million US dollars with the Bitcoin price of right now. And yeah, in a year, that would be more than 3 billion in revenue. That would be insane. Yeah, and they really ordered these mining machines very early. I mean, in December 2020, when it really started to become big for the miners, they ordered here over 76,000 Bitmain S19s. I mean, everyone was talking that time about Mara and Riot, but Core Scientific really delivered in the background. I think the bigger part here was for hosting. And they say here they have 76,000 purchased in the last 16 months. And then there was another big deal in April. They bought another 112,000 Antminers. And they brought the fleet to 188,000 of these Antminers. As I'm aware of, we don't see a price here for these miners, but I think it should be approximately the 4,000 or so, like Mara or Riot they paid for these Antminers. It's also very important when they will be delivered. So it looks like Core Scientific is gonna be the biggest miner in North America, maybe bigger than Mara or Riot. And it looks not expensive in my opinion. I mean, Mara right now at 3.5 billion, Riot at 3 billion market cap. And this miner here, Core Scientific, is valued at 4.3 billion. But yeah, maybe we have to wait for the merger because yeah, sometimes it's a little bit dangerous to buy before the merger, but also you can benefit from this. I'm not 100% sure what I'm gonna do, but I think I will definitely own stocks of this company because this is really, really impressive. And I will put it into the miner comparison. As when we get the numbers there, we get financials and so on. Yeah, maybe I will do it earlier, but this is really a big one. And I have to think about the hosting business. I mean, Riot has now a big hosting business. Core Scientific has a big hosting business. And yeah, I have to think about how do I include this one. I think it's not going to be that difficult from a technical standpoint, but it's going to be a lot of work on my sheet. Yeah, but we cannot ignore Core Scientific. It's going to be a very huge miner, and it looks definitely not overvalued in my opinion. Okay guys, so thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.